Yeah! Ah! Now we're talking. What's up, guys? Fears. Audience. Fears. What's up? Welcome to the Fears Podcast. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fantastic. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. I'll explain to you guys later why I'm not doing great. But I'm doing okay. And as always, the show must go on. All right. Let's open up the chat. Let's get things rolling. I got a hell of a show for you tonight. I got 3 movies that we're going to review. I watched Jackass 3, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then Mr. Dundee. So yeah, I'll be honest, I did not get to Pineapple Express and this yet, but I will. I will. I promise. So, whenever I have some time, I'm going to watch those, but I watched these. I've been wanting to watch these for a while. That's why I put these first over these. So, anyway, let's open up Z-Chat. There we are. And bam, the chat's open. So, there we go. We got 2 people watching. There we are. And I also thought I would do a top 10. I haven't done a top 10 in quite a while, and so we're gonna do the top 10 unsolved mysteries. So yeah, there's quite a few mysteries out there that have not been solved. So anyway, drop a comment into the chat, and we'll get going. So let's start with some updates. I'm really looking forward to Jeff's next convention. It's Monday, August 5th, and the very next convention is the Central Florida Collectors Con, August 10th and 11th. So, most likely, I'm going to go to that one. Because it's in Lakeland, Florida, which is not too far away from here. So that's not too bad. I'm probably going to skip the Fort Myers one. Well, maybe. I may go to the Fort Myers one. That one's on September 8th. And I know on September 29th I'm going to skip the Jacksonville one. Because Jacksonville is like 3 hours away. It's like 3 hours there, 3 hours back. So I'll probably skip that one. But if you guys want to check out any of these shows, go to my friend Jeff's website, FloridaToyShowsAndExpos.com, or just go to his Facebook page and write in Florida Toy Shows and Expos. So be sure to check that out. So there's that. Also, Fears hasn't got any fan mail in quite a while, so I want to hear from you guys. Be sure to send Fears some fan mail or something to unbox. I don't mind unboxing something. 16745 CAGAN's Crossings Boulevard, STE 102B, PMB 40, Claremont, Florida 34714. If you can't write that down, don't worry. It's in every single video and every single description of every single live stream and video. So let me know. All right. Work was pretty good. We only had 37,000, so not too bad. I pretty much slept all day. I was extremely tired, and then I got up and I did some laundry, and then I edited another video. So another Toy Man Toy Show video is coming. So actually, I think 2 more Toy Man shows videos are coming. So we'll see. Depends on how much I want to break it up and edit, because there was some interviews that I didn't put in that I may want to upload, so you guys can see me interviewing people, and then I always do like a little highlight video. So maybe those 2 videos coming soon. So we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let's see if Randall is online. Let's see if Randall's online. I'm going to try to call Randall. He may be. He may not be. I don't know. He could have went to karaoke, so I'm not 100% sure. So yeah. So let's see. Let's see if he's online. We shall see. Maybe he's online. I don't know. I think he's at karaoke. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Yeah, I think he went to karaoke. Let's see if the Sega Camp Gamer is online. Sega, what's up?
Not much.
Sega, I just wanted to let you know I called you on Facebook Live, but I'm doing a live right now. So I thought I would get a little cameo from the Sega Camp Gamer.
Okay.
So how you been, buddy?
Okay, I guess.
How's work been? I know you're still house sitting for your mom and your dad.
Work has been good.
Yeah, work's been good. Nice. So, Sega, I forgot to ask you, what time do you go back to your apartment? Like when?
I really don't know. My parents are on their way back right now, though. But right now, I really don't know when they're gonna be back just yet.
Okay, I mean it's none of my business. I was just curious, but man, you've been house sitting for quite a long time, buddy.
But you know what though? But yeah, concerns has been rising since August arrived though. But originally though, I will say though, it was supposed to be 2 months, the end of August.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least you've had a lot of like quiet time, and then you've used that time to your advantage because you said you've been editing videos.
Yes, I've been making a year-end. I actually finally made about 3 year-end videos so far. 3.
That's awesome.
But I plan to and there's gonna be a part 4 for when streams make a return, and then once I have the 4th video done, I'm gonna be merging them all together into one large video.
Oh wow, that is so cool though.
Parts 1 and 2 are over 5 hours long.
Dude, that's awesome, man. That is so cool. That's awesome, buddy.
Does your jaw drop to this? Oh, parts 1 and 2 are over 5 hours long each.
Oh, so when you upload them, people are going to have to watch, like, one part that's 5 hours, another part that's 5 hours. So that is, like, total 10 hours of Sega Camp Gamer.
Yes.
Oh, my lord.
Let's just say, though, I'm doing this, though, just for the watch time. And part 3, it was almost 4 hours, and part 3 was originally almost 4 hours long. Although I did edit down the video, though. I did remove, I think I edited out the crash of a Bandicoot credits for part 2 and 3. So now the video just ends at like 3.5 hours long.
Well, Sega, let's hope that everybody watches that full 10 hours, man. Because
it is going to be a long video, though, once it goes up on YouTube, though. Like I said, it's going to be a long year-end premiere. It's going to be December 31st and then January 1st. I did this originally for Twitch, though.
Okay.
Because there used to be a replay button on Twitch where you could, like, set up all your highlights. And then all of a sudden, right afterwards, once you set up all your highlights, but you just hit the button, and then the stream goes live, although you're not officially going live, though. It's just playing all the highlights you set up.
So how close are you to being done? Like, is it halfway done? Is it almost done? Or do you still have a while to go?
I'm pretty sure I still have a while to go.
Okay. Oh, wow. Well, that's exciting news, buddy. That's exciting news. So, Sega, what's the most popular film that you guys are showing at your work right now at the movie theater? Like, is it Long Legs?
What?
There's a movie that's out that's called Long Legs. Do you guys have that one?
No.
Okay.
I think the busy one that you're looking into right now is Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I was like, it's either Deadpool, Wolverine, or maybe something else. But yeah, I still haven't went to go see it yet. Sega, do you plan on going to see it, or are you scared?
No. I gotta be honest, Fears. I'm getting superhero fatigued.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's been weird, okay? It's been weird. I've been working at the movie theater since 2010.
Oh,
and
wow.
You know what, though? Marvel, and back then, though, Marvel has started their Marvel shtick where it's like every few months, another Marvel movie. Like we had Iron Man 2, and then Thor, and then Captain America, then the Avengers.
This is true.
And that was, I think that was just phase 1.
Well, you know what, Sega, the thing is with...
And that was just phase 1, though, at the time. And that was just about phase 1. Phase 2 was opening up with finally more sequels to all the others.
The thing is with me, when it comes to, like, superhero movies, I think I'm half and half. Like, half of me says that they're overdoing superheroes, and then the other half of me is like, well, I do like superhero movies, so I'm kind of on that fence, Sega. What about you? Do you think they're overdoing it?
Back then, though, I did not seem to care, though, but today, though, I will say, after Avengers Endgame, they kind of have, it's not getting to the point of overdoing it, and I mean,
if they just keep, the thing is if they just keep fleshing out and fleshing out and fleshing out all this bullshit superhero movies, like there are actually some good ones, but then on the other side of the coin, there's been some bad ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you an example. Superman Returns, it was just okay. But Superman versus Batman, I really enjoyed that one. Or, like, The Man of Steel. The Man of Steel was actually pretty good. You know? So, I mean, there are some good ones.
There were Oh yeah, I remember Man of Steel had like mixed reviews. There were like mixed reviews for good,
yeah,
and then ones for bad.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it's just
I'm thinking, what's wrong with that? It's both good and bad. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Sega.
Okay.
Eddie says, "Tell Sega what's up." What's up, Eddie? How you been, buddy?
Hi, Eddie.
Anyway, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man. Because like, you know, you have to you have to like cross. There's a line you have to like dig in the sand, and on one side you're gonna have good superhero movies, and then you're gonna have bad superhero movies. And to me, I think...
And trust me, I've been working at the movie theater for a long time. Like,
yeah.
I'm going back to, say, 2010. I've seen a mix of both good and bad.
Oh, yeah.
They came out, I remember just before I moved out, we had a Fantastic Four reboot. And sadly, though, this one bombed pretty badly at the box office.
Oh, wow.
It was terrible.
Well, Sega, I think I am going to see Wolverine and Deadpool. So I'll let you know if it's any good, but... What I'm trying to say is I think it's 50-50. 50% of the time they are making some good superhero movies, and then the other 50% of the time it's just crap. It's just garbage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't really know what Hollywood's gonna do. You know, because they're very unpredictable. So will they continue to tread that thin line? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see. Most likely, yes. I'm just saying, most likely.
And
yes.
The weird thing is they're still going. Like they're supposed it's supposed to end with 2 new Avengers movies, and I'm like, thinking, how can you do that? Iron Man or Captain America.
And then the other thing is, I don't know how they're gonna do like Robert Downey Jr. He is Iron Man. He's Iron Man. But now he's going to be the new Doctor Doom. How the hell is that going to work out, you know? Like a different...
Yeah, exactly.
Like a different universe?
I can see them having a kerfuffle when all of a sudden, when the 2 new Avengers movies like come back. Like, are they going to find some sort of... I can see them planning some plot where they resurrect Iron Man, and then all of a sudden, when they try to ask Robert Downey Jr. to come back,
exactly,
he comes out saying, "I can't now. I'm supposed to be this
I don't know.
superhero."
I really just don't know, because like I see him as Iron Man.
I get to see argument happen though, because all of a sudden though he's signed down to be this Dr. Doom guy.
Yeah.
And they can't have him come back as Iron Man.
The thing is like somebody's already played Dr. Doom. I don't recall the actor's name, but like he played that different actor played Dr. Doom 2 times in the Fantastic Four movies. There was Fantastic Four, and then Fantastic Four, The Rise of the Silver Surfer, and each time he played Dr. Doom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and Chris Evans, who was Captain America, played the Pyro guy.
Yeah, he played
Fantastic Four movies.
He played.
This is kind of how he landed his role as Captain America.
Yeah,
when it finally came around time to do the Avengers.
Yeah, the first superhero he played was the Human Torch, and I guess he did so well that they were like, "Hey, you want to play Captain America?" So I mean, I don't mind that actors play multiple superheroes, but with Robert Downey Jr., this is what I will say. I think he is only allowed one character because he did such a great job as Iron Man. I don't want to see him play a villain. I really don't. He was so good as Iron Man. I just can't picture him as a villain. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Sega? What are your thoughts? Do you think, can you picture him as a villain? Shenanigans?
How can you play a villain after being like the greatest superhero of all time?
Yeah, he's one of the great. I mean, Iron Man is one of the greatest superheroes of all time. Even though he doesn't have any powers. I mean, it's all about, his iron suit. And Sega, I'll always pick Superman as my favorite. Superman is my all-time favorite, but I don't know, man. That's a thin line that you have to balance. That's gonna be hard to balance that, because everyone is gonna be like, hey, wait a minute, like Robert Downey Jr., he's such a nice guy. He's Iron Man. Like Iron Man's like the coolest, and then all of a sudden you're gonna see him in the Doctor.
In a way, he kind of reminds me of Samus from Metroid, because Samus as well though wears like this giant metallic suit, and has a helmet visor so she could see out of, kind of like his helmet.
Yeah,
very similar.
So it's going to be interesting to see him play a villain. Now, I will say this: Robert Downey Jr. has played bad guys in other movies, but he's never played a superhero villain ever in his life. So this is going to be his first time playing a superhero villain. I don't doubt that he won't be able to pull it off. I know he'll be able to pull it off, but it'll be interesting to see him on the other side of the coin. Everyone has seen him as Iron Man, so to see him as a villain is going to be very interesting, Sega. Very interesting.
Yes.
So what else has been going on, buddy, before I let you go?
Not much, though. I'm just been just relaxing, I guess.
Well, I've been meaning to have you back on the show, buddy, and just some crazy things have been going on lately, and I've been really busy at work, so I promise, and my air conditioning crapped out, Sega, so I've been trying to get that fixed.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah, in my car. Thank God my AC hasn't crapped out in my house, in my car, so whenever
it's just the car.
Just the car, so if my AC would have broken in my house, I would have got that fixed right away. But, at least whenever I drive around my car, I have a cool breeze because I have the windows down. So I promise you.
If my family's air conditioning crapped out here, I would not know what to do. I would probably be dying in the heat.
Well, it would be this easy, Sega. All you'd have to do is, if your mom and dad's AC crapped out, you just look into the phone book and find an AC person that fixes AC, and then just have them come to your house and fix it, and then you would just pay him some money and he would fix it. It would be that easy. It's like an AC air conditioned technician, and he would fix it for you. So But yeah, so I promise, buddy.
The batteries. I had to change the batteries though in the receiver though, and this is like going right back to when my parents just left at the end of June, and I'm like thinking to myself, shit.
Mm-hmm.
How do you change the batteries in this thing? I did finally figure it out though.
Yeah. So, buddy, I promise once all this crazy stuff dies down and I get and work kind of calms down and I get my car fixed, I will definitely have you back on the show, okay?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, Sega, well, I'm going to let you go, but I just wanted to say hi and keep in touch, buddy, and we'll have you on the show here.
I should be going to bed anyway, though. I need to be up again in the morning.
I hear you, buddy.
I'm working tomorrow.
I don't want to interrupt your sleep, so... just give me a couple weeks and then you'll be back on the show as always, and we'll talk about movies as always, my friend.
Yes.
And video games. All right, Sega, I'll see you later.
See ya.
Peace out, buddy. All right, that was the great Sega Camp Gamer. Always a pleasure to talk to my buddy. We got 5 people watching. Kool-Aid Man's here. Dallas Cowboy is... Let's see here. Oh, yeah, hey, dudes. What's up, dudes? How are all you dudes doing tonight? I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. Dallas Cowboy says, hey, fans, how are all the fans doing? I would hope all the fans are doing fantastic, you know? So, when do you interview for the airline server job? I actually already did it, Dr. Jenkins. I'm waiting to hear back. The last time I did this, you interview for them, and then if they like you, it took them forever last time to contact me back. They contact you back, and then they fly you out to their corporate office, and then you have to have a face-to-face interview, and then you begin the training. So, fingers crossed, because last time it took them forever to get back to me, so... Most likely, it's going to take them forever to get back to me, and then I'll have to fly out to their corporate office, wherever that is, and then do a second interview. But I have a very nice suit. I'm going to wear a nice suit, shirt, and tie, and I'm going to make the big win. So I'll keep you guys updated, because I really want that job. So... I'll definitely keep you updated. Big shout out to the fans. Good to see you. Now, I promise, I haven't gotten to this movie yet, or this movie yet, but I will, my friends. I will get to both of these. There we are. Yo, Beer Man is here. Beer Man is here. Anyway, we're going to be reviewing these: Mr. Dundee, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Jackass 3. So yeah, there we are. You need a scarf to look the part, buddy. Rooting for you. I don't know. I'm not much of a scarf guy, but I appreciate you rooting for me, Dr. Jenkins. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say. It's very nice of you. I mean, fingers crossed, so I hope I get the job. I really do. Because I'll be honest, nothing against my job right now. I'm just sick and tired of like grabbing a box, scanning it, putting it, on a shelf in a truck. Grab a box, scan, shelf. Grab a box, scan, shelf. It's mind-numbing work, but I mean, it does pay pretty good. It's just, I'm ready to move on to a bigger and better job and a better opportunity. So, I hope I get it. Yo, Joey, what's up? He says, I'm here. Call Sega back. You missed it. You missed it, man. I just talked to Sega for about like 10 to 20 minutes, You missed it by that much, Joey. Anyway, let's start off the stream very well with the top 10. We haven't done one in quite a while. So tonight, we're going to do the top 10 unsolved mysteries. So, yeah. So, I may have to grab a new pen. This one's running out of ink. Oh, there we go. Well, as soon as this runs out of ink, I will throw it away. So, top 10 unsolved mysteries. I would say the very first one is Bigfoot. Does he exist? Does he not exist? You know, a lot of people can just throw on a Bigfoot costume and make a phony video, or they'll find some snow and make fake tracks. But is he real? Is he not? I don't know if we'll ever find out if Bigfoot is real or not. So that's like one of the biggest mysteries ever that has not been solved. Hopefully one day they'll solve it. So I don't know. So Bigfoot. Yeah, this is true, Joey. I have a bucket load of pens. I mean, you saw how many pens I have. And you know what, Joey? The funny thing is I haven't bought any of those pens, Joey. I have not bought any of those pens. Every single one of those pens I've picked up, like, at conventions. Sometimes when you go to conventions, like on people's tables, they always have, like, free stuff. Sometimes they'll give, like, free pens out, or free stickers out, or free candy, or something like that. And I'll just go by and I'll just pick up a pen, you know, because I write down a lot of stuff, you know, because I have a bad memory, so I always, like, make, I always make little notes to myself so I can remember stuff. I can definitely do that, Joey. I can show you guys, I can show you guys the bucket of pens. It's not just one bucket of pens. It's like 3. Here, I'll show you. Okay, here's the first bucket of pens. I got all the blue pens in there. I got all the white pens in this one. And then this one are not pens. These are just magic markers. Magic markers. And then these are all the black ink pens that I have. Every single one of these, I shit you not, I've gotten at a convention. Oh, by the way, I'm saving all my cans for an epic can crush. So ignore the cans. So yeah. So not one of those, Joey, have I ever. I've never bought a pen in my life. I've always just gotten tons at a convention. So, yeah. Give me 1 sec. I need to plug in my computer real quick. There we go. Yeah, I've never bought any pens. So, anyway, give me 1 second here. I accidentally, when I was walking back, I stood on this. I hope I didn't crack the Blu-ray. Wow, that was lucky. I'm glad I didn't crack any of these Blu-rays. I accidentally stepped on it when I was walking back. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure these are all right. Well, that was good luck. I accidentally stepped on them while I was coming back. That was good luck. Yo, Shuffler, what's up? Yo, Fierce, speaking about ink, how do you feel about tattoos? Would you ever get a tattoo or date a girl with tattoos? I would date a girl with tattoos. I would. The thing is with tattoos, Shuffler, I made a promise to my mom. as long as my mom's alive, I will not get a tattoo. Because my mom does not like tattoos. I have nothing against tattoos. I would love to get a tattoo either on my back or on my shoulder of my dad's name and my grandpa's name. Because we have almost the same name, you know. Like my dad's name was John William Fears. I'm John Fears, but I have a different middle name. My grandfather, before he died, was John David Fears. So, we all have a different middle name. I'm not going to say my middle name, you know, in the live. But yeah. So, but because my mom doesn't like tattoos, Shuffler, I made a promise to my mom that I wouldn't get a tattoo until after my mom passes away. She's like, John, after I pass away, I don't care if you get a tattoo. She's like, and then my mom, she loves me. She's like, I just don't want to see my baby boy with ink on him. And I was like, all right, Mom, I'll make you a deal. And so I made my mom that deal. I said, how about, as long as you're alive, I won't get a tattoo. But I said, after you pass away, I'll get a tattoo in remembrance of you and Dad and Grandpa. And I would love to get, so I would get those tattoos, and then I would love to get the Ghostbuster symbol either on my back or on my shoulder. Like the Ghostbuster symbol. So I think like those 3 or 4 tattoos would be kind of cool. Something to remember my mom, something to remember my grandpa Fears and my dad, and then the Ghostbuster symbol. So those ones I'd like to get someday. So Shuffler says, you're righteous, man. Keep on being you. It's cool. Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. The last couple of days have been kind of crazy. Crazy at work. Crazy times on YouTube. There's some drama that's been going on YouTube that I really don't want to talk about because it's gotten me really depressed. And if I talk about it, then it's just going to give this hater even more power. So I'm not going to talk about it, but it's been very frustrating the last couple of days because there's been a hater just going ballistic on me. So, but I'm not going to tell you guys the rest of the story because that'll give him more power. But it definitely has depressed me. So, yeah. That's a clean statement. You rock. Keep on being you. I appreciate it, Shuffler. But trust me, I made that deal with my mom. If my mom ever passed away, I would get a tattoo to remember my mom. And then the 2 tattoos for my, I'd get my, I don't know what I would get for my dad. Either maybe my dad's name or my dad's initials. And then my grandfather's initials. And then definitely the Ghostbuster symbol. That's probably what I'd get. So, yeah. Yo, Rebecca, what's up? How are you doing? What's going on? All right. So, top 10 unsolved mysteries. So far we got the legend of Bigfoot. So, Bigfoot. Number 2, I don't think, well, maybe at least not in my lifetime, that we'll ever find out the mystery about aliens, you know? So, because you would think by now that the government, I 100% think that there's some type of alien craft or alien body or something to do with aliens in Area 51. Like, the government thinks we're stupid, like, oh no, it doesn't exist, even though it does exist. Just because they don't put Area 51 on a map doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I've seen it, for Christ's sake. You can see it from the highway when you drive from Arizona to Vegas. You can see it. It's on the side of the road. There's a massive gate around this complex. Excuse me for a second. Someone's calling me. Tommy NC 2010, what's up?
Dude, I just want to tell you, I bought the whole entire...
Oh, you did? Nice. You know, the only thing about Tommy, the only thing about Tales from the Crypt that's kind of a bummer is they don't have it on Blu-ray. They only have it on DVD because I have. You said you bought the entire thing of Tales from the Crypt and it's on DVD. You bought every single season, didn't you? 1 through 7. So I have that box set. It's over there on my shelf, buddy. But it sucks they don't have it on Blu-ray because I've looked for it. But hey, can I call you back because I'm right in the middle of a stream? That's why I didn't put you on speakerphone. That's why I just I had you on speakerphone and then I took you off because I was like, I don't know if this is a private conversation. So, but yeah, I'll definitely call you back after the stream, buddy. All right, bye-bye. Good old Tommy NC 2010. Well, apparently Tommy bought the whole DVD box set of Tales from the Crypt. Well, that's awesome. But yeah. Oh, hang on. Everybody's messaging me. All right, there we go. There we go. So, yeah, so you would think by now that the government, I just don't think, Shuffler, that the government thinks that Americans, or I mean, not just Americans, everybody, the whole earth would not be able to handle aliens. I think we could now. I don't know about in 1940, like when that alien spacecraft landed in Roswell, New Mexico on that farmer's land, and then they took away all the alien bodies and took away all the ship parts and all that. I guarantee you all that shit is in Area 51 right now. Guaranteed. You know? Like, why the big secrecy? They always say, oh yeah, like Area 51, we just test, like, super advanced military aircrafts. Granted, they probably are doing that. They're probably doing that, and also in that bunker is probably tons of secret military documents and secret military weapons that they've made and all that bullshit and all that alien crap. But will the human race ever get to see it? Probably not in my lifetime, because I'm already 40, about to turn 41, and according to the president, someone asked him in the interview, not Joe Biden, before Barack Obama, they asked him and said, have you ever seen any military documents about aliens or alien spacecraft? And he says, I can't tell you that. And then he said, but what I can tell you is we haven't made direct contact with aliens yet. Which I don't believe. Because if you watch his interview, they say, hey, have you ever seen any military documents about aliens or alien spacecraft? And he says, well, I can't tell you that. That means he has. And then he changes his tune and says, but what I can tell you is we haven't made direct contact. So I'm like, that's a bunch of bullshit. So that's definitely number 2 on the list. So I don't know. Will we ever see the mystery solved about alien life? I hope so. Because I refuse to believe that plants, animals, and humans are the only living thing in the universe. The universe is quite big out there, my friends. So, and the Fears Man isn't stupid. I think there's got to be something else alive out there in the big universe. So, but will we ever find out? Probably not in my lifetime. But some of you guys are younger than me, so maybe you guys will see it before I will. So, yeah. Yo, Tinder Immortal, what's up? She says, yeah, dude, Jackass movie part 1 in Japan is the best. Well, you know what? I do agree with you, Tinder Immortal. They did film some funny scenes in Japan, but there's only like 2 or 3 scenes. And It's in part 1. So they barely filmed in Japan, but what they did film in Japan was pretty damn funny. They did Party Boy in Japan. They did Night Pandas. They did, and something else. They filmed one more thing. They filmed three skits in Japan. So yeah. Now I have Jackass 1 on DVD. Jackass 3 and Jackass 4 are the only ones that I have on Blu-ray. So I need to get Jackass 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. I do have those, I just have them on DVD, so whenever I get a chance to convert them over to Blu-ray or 4K, I will. So yeah. And I finally, if you guys were watching yesterday, I haven't watched anything off my movie list in quite a long time, so I recently just ordered, and it's coming to my house in a couple of days. They said it should get here hopefully by the end of the week or next week, so fingers crossed. I got that futuristic movie about the robot cop that malfunctions and kills everybody in LA like 25 years into the future. It's called Rotor. R-O-T-O-R. Rotor. So, that's coming soon. Okay, next Unsolved Mystery. The Black Dahlia. No one's ever been able to figure that out. If you guys don't know that mystery, it's pretty crazy. Like, this woman, she like came to LA and she was looking to be like an actress or something, and then she started like dating a bunch of guys, and then like within a couple of weeks of her getting to I don't know all the details, but within a couple of weeks or a couple of months of her getting to LA, someone had killed her like in a major way, like someone like chopped her head off, and no one's ever been able to figure out like the mystery behind her death, who killed her, who chopped her head off, blah blah blah. So it's a pretty crazy unsolved mystery. Alright, let's see here. And I've got all of the Unsolved Mystery episodes. I used to watch Unsolved Mysteries with my dad all the time. It was a great show. I have the Black Dahlia book. That's cool, Tinder Immortal. Yeah, I can't even remember why they call her the Black Dahlia. I think it had something to do with, like, I think it was a character she played, like, in a movie or something before she got killed. I don't recall why they call her that, but it was unfortunate because whenever she was alive, she was just starting to become a great actress, and then I think it's one of the people that she dated. You know, I could be wrong. I probably am, but no one's ever been able to solve her death. So yeah. All right, number 4. Let's see here. I'm gonna go with no one's ever been able to solve the Alabash abductions. That was an episode on Unsolved Mysteries, and it was insane. It was like these 5 guys like go on a camping trip, and one night they built like a massive fire, and it was a pretty big fire, and they set off onto the lake to do some night fishing, and the reason why they made a massive fire was to see where their campsite was so they wouldn't get lost. And they strike out onto the lake, and I think they had been fishing for about an hour, and all of a sudden this, how they describe it is this big beam of light, like, hit the canoe, and there was light all around them, and they looked up, and as they looked up, they don't remember anything, and the next thing they remember is all 5 of them sitting in the canoe, and the canoe was on dry land, and they were extremely tired. And when they got out of the canoe, they saw the light float away, and then they looked at the fire, and the fire should have been roasting. And when they looked at the fire, it was like just burnt coals. So that means they had been gone longer than a couple of hours, you know. And they had only been on the lake for about an hour. So everyone in the group thinks that they were abducted by aliens, but they don't know for sure what the fuck happened. So, and the reason why they call it the Alabaster, they were near the Alabaster River or something. So that's why they call it that. So that one's the next one on the list. Probably number 5. I'm gonna go with the Loch Ness Monster. No one's ever been able to figure that one out. All right, let's see here. Let me grab my Unsolved Mysteries and look on there because I'm having a brain fart. I need 5 more, so give me 1 second. If you guys have never gotten these, you guys have got to get these. These are so good. Like, these are all the Unsolved Mysteries of the US UFO episodes. Then all the Unsolved Mysteries that a miracle happened. And then all the Unsolved Mystery episodes on psychics. Strange Legends, all those episodes. Bizarre Murders, and Ghosts. So, the next one I'm going to write down, I remember. I'm doing a list of like all Unsolved Mysteries. Shuffler, like 10 of the best. So far I've got the mystery behind Bigfoot, aliens, the Black Dahlia, the Alabaster, the Alabaster abductions, Loch Ness Monster. How the next one, number 6, how those guys escaped from Alcatraz. Did they make it? Did they die? Nobody really knows. So, the Alcatraz escape. Because they did escape, they just don't know, did they live, did they die, they have no idea. And it's never been solved. Let's see, what's another one? I'm going to put down, nobody knows who killed Superman. The original guy, George Reeves, he got killed in his home, and there's like 3 scenarios. Either he killed himself, somebody at the party killed him, and then they covered it up, or they also think that George Reeves had an affair with some girl, and some people believe that the husband came into the house and killed him. But they don't know who killed him. So, the next one, who killed Superman? That's a good one. And then, let's see here. I'm going to put down Noah's Ark. everybody, like, I believe that it existed because I'm a Christian, but not a lot of people believe in it. So I'm going to put down Noah's Ark. And then, let's see here. No, the mystery of Amelia Earhart. Nobody knows where she went, her plane went. They couldn't find any remains of her or her plane, so Amelia Earhart. And then number 10... I'm going to put down D.B. Cooper. If you guys don't know that legend, D.B. Cooper was this guy that dressed in this white shirt, black tie, black coat, black pants, and essentially he boarded a plane, and like in the 60s, and in his suitcase he had a bomb, and he basically said, I want $200,000, and if you don't get me my money, then I'm going to blow up this plane. So what he did is he had the plane land, like in Reno, and he kept the flight crew hostage, and he kept one flight attendant hostage. And when they landed, he had the police refuel the plane, and then he had one police officer come on board, give him the money, and then he told the police officer to get off. Then they took off again, and as it was in mid-flight, he opened up the back of the plane, and he jumped, and he had a parachute, and nobody has ever seen him or the money ever again. So, did he live, and the parachute worked, and he got away with the money, or did the parachute malfunction, and he died, and the money was lost? Nobody has ever solved that mystery. So, and his name was D.B. Cooper. So, I know there's more mysteries than these 10, but I picked 10 good ones. So, Bigfoot, aliens, the Black Dahlia, the Alabaster abductions, Loch Ness Monster, the Alcatraz escape, Who Killed Superman, Noah's Ark, Amelia Earhart, and D.B. Cooper. So I know there's more mysteries than that, but those are 10 good ones. So maybe next time I'll do a top 20 mysteries, because there's a lot. There's a lot. All right. There we are. All right, let's start these reviews. This one, it was all right. It was okay. If you guys don't know who this guy is Paul Hogan, and he was in a lot of movies, but what he's best known for is Crocodile Dundee. He did 3 Crocodile Dundee movies, and I thought he was retired, but I guess he's, with this movie, they filmed this in 2021, so I guess he's trying to make a comeback, and it's essentially he plays an over-the-top version of himself, and it's a comedy, and everyone thinks that he really is Crocodile Dundee, and he's like, I'm not. It's just a character that I came up with. I wrote the film, and I found somebody to direct it. He goes, but I'm not really Crocodile Dundee. And it's all of his mishaps in L.A. I thought it was pretty funny. It's not his best work. I think Crocodile Dundee is by far his best work. And, but it was an enjoyable watch. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was an enjoyable watch. It was just okay. It was just okay. But is it worth checking out? It's worth checking out at least once, I mean, it had some funny bits in it. I'd say my favorite scene is when he bumps into a Crocodile Dundee impersonator, and he gets the Crocodile Dundee lines wrong, and Paul Hogan says, "That's not the line," and then the guy goes, "Yeah, it is the line." And he goes, "Look, you're a fucking idiot." He goes, "I should know what the fucking line is. I'm Paul Hogan. I wrote the fucking line. I played the fucking part." And the guy's like, bro, I've been doing this mimicry part for 20 years. I think I know what the fucking line is. And Paul Hogan looks at the guy and he's like, "You got shit for brains. I'm the fucking actor that played Crocodile Dundee." And the guy, the impersonator, won't believe him. So that was a funny part. And then the other funny part is when he bumps into his friend Chevy Chase. And Chevy Chase is in it. And that whole scene with Chevy Chase, they're having lunch. And that whole funny scene with Chevy Chase is probably my second favorite. So it was... those two parts were pretty damn funny. So yeah. It was pretty funny, my friends. Alright. Next. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I bought this on my vacation. And it says Stone Cold Steve Austin, the bottom line on the most popular superstar of all time. It's basically the story of how he became Stone Cold Steve Austin, and it's got a bunch of his favorite matches in it. So I'm going to open this up, and it's got all the stuff, and I'm going to tell you guys some of my favorite matches that he has on here. Because I watched all the matches, I watched his whole story, it was really good. There's 3 Blu-ray discs that come in this. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It was pretty good. Let's see here. The first thing I enjoyed was obviously his very first match. So he's got his very first match on there, which was Stunning Steve Austin versus Chris Adams. So that was kind of cool to see his first match. I don't know if that's his first match of all time, but it's the first match on the paper right here. So there's that. And then I also enjoyed the Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Undertaker versus Triple H. That was a good one. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. That was a good one. Then they do another Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. No disqualifications. That was a good one. Stone Cold versus The Big Show. That was a good one. And then basically all of his shenanigans that he does with Vince McMahon, because he tortured Vince McMahon. And it's got the Zamboni on there where he chased Vince McMahon with a Zamboni. Pouring cement into Mr. McMahon's car. That was a good one. Stone Cold Steve Austin takes a beer truck and shoots beer at Vince McMahon. So all that stuff was pretty funny. So it's definitely worth getting because you get 3. The first disc has kind of his story, how he became. And then on disc 2 and 3 are tons of matches. So it's definitely worth getting. And I watched all 3 discs, and it's definitely really good. So I highly recommend it. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. And last, but certainly not least, Jackass 3. It was really funny. They did it in 3D, and Fears got the Jackass 3D glasses. I did not use them. I just watched it standard. But I do have this cool collectible, the glasses, so I'm going to stick this in here and keep the glasses for life. I'm not going to open up the glasses. So I'm just going to keep them as is. So yeah, I'm definitely going to give it a 9 out of 10. I'd say I've got 3 funny parts. I mean, all of it is funny. It's basically just them doing stupid shit after stupid shit after stupid shit after stupid shit. I'd say the 3 most funniest parts to it are Johnny Knoxville just stands in front of this, like, this backdrop, and he's kind of like putting his head down like this because he knows something's going to come flying at his face. So he's trying to protect his face. So he goes like that. And they've got one of those big balls that that pregnant ladies bounce up and down on, and those big balls that people use for like workouts, and they put it in this slingshot and they pull it all the way back, and this big like workout ball that pregnant women use goes flying at his face, hits him on the side of the face. He goes flying back. He gets like probably 3 or 4 seconds in midair, and he's got this massive red welt on the side of his face, and it must have hurt so bad. So that was the first thing that I thought was great. So yeah, probably the second skit that I liked was they have this inflatable pool, and it may be on the back. Yeah, it's this. So they have this inflatable pool, and they've got this boogie board thing, and they've got him on roller skates, and they've got him in a slingshot. They pull him back, and essentially what they're trying to do is he's on skates. He goes flying down this ramp after he'd been shot out of a slingshot. He hits the ramp, goes flying through the air, and he's supposed to land in the big inflatable pool on the boogie board. And sometimes he makes it, sometimes he just hits the ramp and his face just hits the ramp, and it's brutal, but it's funny. So that's like my second favorite skit. And then probably the ending. The ending scene, they're in this room, and everything in the room blows up in slow motion and in 3D, and it's probably one of the greatest endings that they've done for a Jackass one. I'd say it's the second best. The best ending ever was in Jackass 1, when they were running through that construction site with all those explosions going off and all that. So I'd say it's the second best ending ever. So those are my 3 top favorite scenes. I'm definitely going to give it a 9 out of 10. A 9 out of 10. I thought it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah. Alright. There we are. Bam. So I'm going to try and get to these as soon as possible. These are the next watches. These are the next watches, so I will definitely let you know. And I think that's a good place to stop for tonight, my friends, because it's already 11 o'clock, and I have to get something to eat, because I haven't had dinner yet, and I'm going to take off. But if you guys could just keep me in your prayers, I would really appreciate it, because the last couple of days have been pretty bad, because there's been a hater that's just been hating on me, and it's been very, very difficult the last couple of days. So I hope you will just keep me in your thoughts and prayers, and I hope this idiot just leaves me alone. So I hope. Alright, I'm taking off. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26, the main channel. Fears Vlogs is channel number 2. Check out Tinder Immortal on Twitch. Check out the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on Twitch and on YouTube. Subscribe to my friend Randall at Cameo Man 2021, and the second channel, The Mayor of Magic. Alright, this is Fears signing off. Peace, deuces. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And I'll see you guys later.